Hello Year Ones and welcome to Tuesday's literacy lesson. So we're going to start off this lesson today by warming up our literacy brains, and we're going to be practicing spelling our common exception words. Now we have got the same words as yesterday because when it comes to spelling, practicing over and over again is really useful. Okay, so we're going to go through the words. I'm going to say my turn and your turn. So my turn, your turn. My turn said, your turn. My turn were, your turn. My turn today, your turn. My turn mermaid, your turn. Fantastic, well done Year Ones. So yesterday we practiced our spellings by using the pyramid strategy, okay, where we write our words out a letter at a time, building up to the final line saying the word. Okay, so we're going to practice using the same strategy today. Okay, so I'm going to just cover up mine, and I'd like you now to pause the video and practice spelling these words in your literacy book. Good luck. Okay, Year Ones, fantastic. Now we're going to carry on our story writing today of our innovative story, The Storm Mermaid. Now we're going to start off by retelling our story. Now retelling our story is really important because it helps us internalize the story, which helps us with our writing. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to put the actions to the words just like we did yesterday. Okay. So we're going to start off with our first picture. Okay, Noy lived with his dad and 6 cats by the sea. Every day, Noy's dad left early to work on his fishing boat. He wouldn't be home again till night time. One night, a great storm raged around the house. In the morning, Noy went down to the beach to see what had been left behind. In the distance, he spotted a beautiful mermaid washed up on the sand. He knew that it wasn't good for a mermaid to be out of water, so he acted quickly. Noy took her to his house and put her in the bathtub. He tried to make the mermaid feel at home by brushing her hair and singing her songs. Noy was worried that his dad would be angry, so he tried to keep it a secret, but he knew it couldn't last. Noy's dad wasn't angry. He had been so busy he hadn't noticed that Noy had been lonely. Noy and his dad took the mermaid back to the sea where it belonged. Noy was sad to say goodbye. He hoped that one day soon he would see his friend again. Okay, Year Ones, hopefully you all joined in with my actions. Now, some of your actions may be different and probably even better than mine, okay? That's absolutely fine, but this orally retelling the story is really important for our story writing. So if you want to, you can rewind the video and practice it again, okay? Okay, so yesterday we looked at our story mountain. And we looked at the different sections of a story, the beginning, build up, problem, resolution and ending. And we started writing our story yesterday. We focused on the beginning part of our story and we had to go at writing it. Now we can give ourselves a big tick because we have written our beginning of our story. Now today we are going to be focusing on the build-up of our story, the build-up of our story. Now in the build-up, there's a storm that happens, isn't there? There's a storm, okay, and it raged around the house. And in the morning, Noi goes down to the beach because he's very interested to see if anything has been left behind from the storm. Okay, so that's the part of the story we're going to be focusing on today. Okay, so I'll build up. Now I have got some pictures here to help me when I'm writing my sentences. I've got the picture of the storm and I've got a picture of Noi running down to the beach. Okay, now again, we've got our success criteria. It's the same as yesterday's. We need to remember to use our capital letters, our full stops, and our finger spaces. So I'm going to have a go now at writing my build up to the story. Okay, I'm going to type it and ask you for some help along the way. Okay, Ewan, so on my screen I have everything I need to help me with my writing. So I'm going to be using my word mats again. Yesterday I found them very useful with those trickier words, and I'm going to be using my success criteria to keep reminding me of what it is that I need to make sure I am including. So I'm going to look at my first picture, and that's reminding me about the storm. So I'm going to write a sentence about that. So I know that happened one night. So one night a storm raged around the house. Okay, now I'm going to use the word raged because that's in the original story and I think that's a really, really good word, okay? So one night a storm raged around the house. Now, I want another word to describe my storm, okay? So I'm going to think of an adjective to describe my storm just to make my writing that little bit more exciting. I'm going to add an adjective. Now, in schools, lots of the children have been using the word fierce to describe the storm. Okay, fierce suggests it's an aggressive storm. Okay, so my sentence is going to be one night a fierce storm raged around the house. So my first word is one. Now I know that's one of my tricky words. Okay, it's one of my tricky words. I'm going to find it on my mat and I'm going to use it to help me spell. Okay, so one night, night, one night, a fierce storm. Now fierce is a very tricky word. Okay, I've learnt that it's spelled like this, F-I-E-R-C-E, fierce. One night, a fierce storm raged. Okay, raged. A. Now that A is a split A. Okay, split digraph. So rage. Where's my friend? He's on the end. Okay, one night a fierce storm raged, but I want raged. Okay, one night a fierce storm raged around the house. Okay, the house. Now house I can see is on my word mat because that's another trickier word to spell, so I'm going to use that from there. One night a fierce storm raged around the house. Okay, I finished my sentence. Brilliant. Now remember, we like to reread our sentences just to check we've got everything in there, so that's what I'm going to do now. One night a fierce storm raged around the house. Okay, it definitely makes sense. It makes sense when I read it out loud. I'm going to see if I've got everything in it. Okay, capital letters. Oh no, I've forgotten my capital letters. I need to go back and put in a capital O. Brilliant. One night a fierce storm raged around the house. Have I put my full stops in? I haven't, no. I need to go and pop that back in. That's okay that I forgot it because I'm rereading it and I've noticed, okay, I've noticed and I'm correcting myself, so that's good. And again, I've got my finger spaces because I'm using my space bar. Okay, one night a fierce storm raged around the house. Okay, now I know then in the next day, so in the morning, Noi goes down to the beach. Okay, so in the morning, Noi goes down to the beach. Now goes, I think I can use a better word than goes. Okay, how does he go down to the beach? Does he walk? Does he tiptoe? He's excited to see what is on the beach. So I think Noi will be running. So the next morning, or in the morning, Noi ran down to the beach. That's going to be my next sentence. Okay. So in the morning, or n. Now I know it's in my ing. In the morning, Noi ran down to the B E E. Is it E? E? What can I see? E cup of tea. I think it's E cup of tea. The each. Okay. Full stop. In the morning, Noi ran down to the beach. Okay. I'm going to check capital letters, full stops. Capital letter at the beginning, yes, and full stop at the end. Now, your ones, can you spot if there is another mistake in my sentence? Is there another mistake? Of course, yes. I need to put a capital letter for Noi because Noi is a name. It is a proper noun. We know that we need to put capital letters for our proper nouns. Brilliant. So one night a fierce storm raged around the house. In the morning, Noi ran down to the beach. Now he runs down because he wants to see if there's been anything left behind. So I'm going to add that as my last sentence. Now I'm going to use he because we know it's Noi because we've already mentioned that Noi runs down to the beach. So I don't need to use Noi again. I'm going to use he. Now I know he is one of our common exception words. I'm going to use that to help me. And I know that I need to do a capital H because it's the beginning of my sentence. So he wanted to, okay, to. Now I know it's not oo like that, it's just one O. He wanted to see what had been left behind. He wanted to see what had been left behind, full stop. Okay, let me check capital letter at the beginning. I haven't got Noi in this sentence, so I don't need a capital letter there. And full stop at the end. Okay, I'm going to read through my whole part of my writing now and my build up and see if everything makes sense and to check with my success criteria. So one night a fierce storm raged around the house. In the morning, Noi ran down to the beach. He wanted to see what had been left behind. Okay, I'm really, really pleased with my sentences. Okay, I can see I have used capital letters. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a tick. I have used full stops. Brilliant, I'm going to give myself a tick. And I have used finger spaces, which is great. Brilliant, give myself a tick. Lovely. Okay, year ones, it is now your turn. You are going to write the build up of your story. So again, everything on this screen will help you. You've got your success criteria to remind you what you need to include. You've got your pictures, which can act as that little prompt so that you can form your ideas for your sentences. And then you've got your word mats, which will help you with some of those spellings of those tricky words. Now, again, remember to take a clear picture of your writing, upload it onto Dojo so you can show your teachers your fantastic writing, and we all look forward to seeing that. And we hope that you enjoy writing your build up to your story. Good luck, everyone.